Let's go, New York! John Cash. Yo, listen to John Cash.
Welcome. It's an all-new edition of the John Cash Show podcast. And before we get started, the views and opinions expressed by myself do not reflect those of the John Cash Show podcast sponsors and or affiliates.
Sure don't.
Listener and viewer discretion is highly advised. And you can also hear the John Cash Show podcast on demand on your favorite streaming platforms, including but not limited to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Deezer, Odyssey, Pandora, and many more platforms except for Tidal. Now, my co-host on this journey is the engineer extraordinaire of the John Cash Show podcast. He is the man with the iron jaw and not the iron claw. He is the... You kill me every time you do that. That's why I can't even look at you. He is the pussy-eating demon with vanilla-flavored semen. He is the pussy whisperer, Josh Fauci.
You're never gonna let me live that Fauci thing down, huh?
No.
No.
That's why you got to sit in front of Congress.
We still doing it. I gotta stand in front of Congress.
Yeah, that's how you got to sit in front of Congress. Just get the jab.
As you should. What's going on, John?
What's going on? I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. I feel
Got some things off your chest.
I got some things off my chest the last episode. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling awesome, sensational, like the Chris Brown song.
Yeah.
How was your week?
My week has been really good. I'm very excited to go. Actually, I don't think I mentioned this to you, but I'm going to be speaking at a Black Podcast Festival in Baltimore, Maryland next weekend.
You gonna have crab legs too?
Oh yeah, of course now. Come on now.
I didn't get my invite. Well,
Come
I
on
guess
now.
that's what happens when you don't podcast for 2 years.
Yeah. Oh, I've been promoting it. So, but that shows that you don't pay attention to me, and that's fine.
I don't have time to be really on social media.
I'm just messing with you.
I gotta put out fights.
Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a good time. It's called Afros and Audio. If anybody out there that's tuning in wants to go or is interested in podcasting or up in their game as a podcaster, it's really cool. Pretty much the only festival dedicated to Black podcasters.
All right.
So I'm very, very excited to be there and honored to be moderating a panel there. So
okay, and I want my invite too.
Yeah,
in the mail.
Yeah,
thank you very much. Anyway. So yes. So where can they catch you on social media?
I am at Brooklyn Podcasting. Very, very easy.
Okay.
Very, very easy.
Yeah, on all platforms.
On all platforms.
Okay. And OnlyFans too?
Well,
No.
Well, there's another name there.
Oh, okay. Oh, what your wife calls you?
Yeah, at the Iron Jaw.
Oh, okay. What your wife calls you?
Not the Iron Claw.
Okay. You can catch me on your favorite social media platforms, whether it's Facebook at John Cash, at the John Cash Show on IG, TikTok at the John Cash Show podcast, and on X. I said it right,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yes, on X at _ John Cash. Once you bypass all the porn, you'll see my face.
Yeah, there's a lot of porn though.
But you know what? Ever since it changed to X, I feel like the porn quality is going down. I said that last episode. I feel like the porn quality is going down. Or maybe I just can't find the right porn like I used to because they didn't hid the likes. And I used to go through people's likes, and that was like the main source of like finding Twitter porn.
You know what's crazy about that too is that everybody
like, oh, you listen to freaky shit. Let me
Yeah.
bookmark this.
What blows my mind is that people thought that just because they like something that like no one would know. Like, there's so many people out there, and I'm just like people, and you would learn a lot about somebody. Like, oh, you like that.
That's why I would never like anything on Twitter.
I was just like, yeah, that all that is very public. Very, very public.
Remember, who was it? Richard Lawson, Tina Knowles' ex-husband.
Okay.
Like he was liking like big titty
Oh,
Ebony, like
Yeah,
some shit like
yeah.
that. And they were like, oh, Uncle Richard, we can see your likes.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, Uncle Richard, all
Yeah.
right. Like,
Twitter was low key the feds. Like they'd be letting people.
oh, Vlad TV. Anyway, this is the recap show over like some of the major stories that have happened over the past couple years. Let's get into it. Let's talk about that Titanic sub. But I'm confounded. Why are you looking at me? Yes, Josh. I know. I know what that word means. I read a lot of books. I was on my Eat, Pray, Love shit.
I love that you act like I'm judging you over that word. I'm
because you were side eyeing me. The way that you were sitting kind of looks like you were side eyeing me. Like I didn't know that word. I did very well on my SATs. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I wasn't judging, but I'm glad that you think I was judging you. So continue.
So I am confounded on when the hell and how and why it costs $250,000 to go down when I've never had to pay that much before. or ever to go down. You know I have to make that type of innuendo.
Yeah.
I would never go on a can you call it a vessel?
I mean, it was like a tin can run by a PlayStation controller.
I would never pay that much money to go down like on something that's operated on a fucking video game controller.
Yeah, nah. The minute
they were asking to die, like they were asking to die, and the thing that killed me, no pun intended, no pun intended, and using listeners' discretion is highly advised. The thing that killed me is we were all counting how many seconds they had as oxygen left, and they were already fish food.
Yeah, they were done. The fact that they said, I think they said it probably exploded like within a couple, like 15 to 20 minutes of them going down there. Like just crunch, yeah.
And then whew, they heard a big sonic boom. And you know they ain't report that shit till 4 fucking days later?
Yeah.
After it was pray for the Titanic sub and all this hashtag.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's what your ass get. I'm sorry. You want to see Titanic? I'll just pull the shit up on Netflix. I'm not going down to see some old shit. I'm just
not gonna be the first to try something out that's like from just some guy. And
what? That's the best time. That's when you have your best life. Like here's a pill.
Yeah. And I'm definitely not bringing my kid along with me. Like that was the part where I was just like, oh, that's nuts.
And they were all like what, billionaires? Three of them were billionaires. The other one was the founder, and the other one was this explorer.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the explorer was like the guy that made it or whatever. But I'm just like, yeah, no, not doing that.
Mm.
Not doing that. That's some I don't know, like that's some billionaire thing that would happen to only them. Only them.
That's some billionaire thing that happened.
Yeah.
That's kind of classist.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you got a mortgage to pay, you're not thinking about
You know, not all Jeff Bezos didn't do that.
Mm-hmm. But he will. Maybe.
He's trying to go to space.
He's trying to go to space. Yeah, they're all trying to do these things where I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not trying to go down to go see the Titanic, and I'm not trying to go to Mars.
You trying to go down on your wife.
Hello? Hello?
He just made a face. You're like,
hello?
Yeah, that's what you tried to go down. But anyway, let's pivot to Twitter becoming X. And like we said at the top of the show, the point ain't hitting. I'm sorry. The point ain't hitting like it was before. Or maybe somebody sent me the right hashtags. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong hashtag.
Yeah, well, they got different people on X now, so
It could have been it was Titty Tuesdays or something like that, and then like you follow that hashtag, and it was just led you to a treasure trove of like other stuff, and then like the like button. That's it. That's all, I never search porn. You can never say I look for porn on any of my search history on Twitter.
You put a lot of thought into this.
I'm just saying I like a lot. I mean, I follow a lot of freaks that like a lot of shit, and I was like, oh, let me click on this clip. Oh, okay, bookmark. Now, if they ever make bookmarks public, I'm telling you right now. Yeah, but I've had to go back to Pornhub. Yeah, I had to go back to Pornhub. I couldn't.
How do you feel about that? You feel
It's longer clips.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's longer clips, and it's the same shit. Is everything is from just for fans, only fans. It's like it's the same shit, but the Twitter porn was more like 3-minute clips, 2-minute clips. But at least you saw like stuff. You don't really see the stuff now. You just see like the lead up, and it's like it's bullshit. I don't want to hear. I don't want to see that. I want to see naked massages, like oil. I want to see shit like that.
What does this have to do with the submersible again?
I said we're pivoting from the submersible. Because I felt like I was going to say something very insensitive. And I said, well, let's pivot.
I love that Twitter porn is your safe zone.
My safe space.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you use Twitter for? X.
I don't use Twitter at all. I've never been a Twitter person. Never.
So everything more of a twat.
Every day. No, every time you've ever brought it up on the show, it's just like, wow, I didn't know you could do that.
Really?
Yeah.
You've never used Twitter?
I've used the amount of times I've used Twitter is probably, I don't think I've used it more than 10 times. Other than to auto post something that I post from somewhere else, but
I mean, I don't post much on there, but I do, like I say, I scroll it. But
that's just me. Like I'm not all that interested in other people's opinions or things that they have to say.
What about TikTok?
No.
I've started using TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, I've had to start using TikTok, and I just don't have time for that algorithm to learn me. I am so. My wife was like, "Oh, you just need to give it a shot." I was at it for 2 hours, and I didn't see nothing that I liked. And I was
really,
yeah. And I was sitting there. I'm like, I'm sure, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure it exists, but I just don't have the time for it to know everything about me and know my next moves and everything's my wants and desires 5 years from now. Like I'm.
5 years from now.
Yeah, well, the IG algorithm is the only one that knows me sort of well, and it'd be predicting things that I like, and that's scary. Because I'll circle back and I'm just like, oh, I do like that now. How did it know? It really be knowing me.
What hashtags do you be following?
This is why it's called the John Cash Show.
It really knows you now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let's pivot from Twitter, or X as they call it, to Taylor Swift and Beyonce. They had two competing, well, would you say competing tours?
Yeah, sort of.
Because it was around the same time.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah. Beyonce would make history one week, and then the next week Taylor Swift would like break that record with the attendance and the gate and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Let me be honest. I'm not really interested in Taylor Swift or what's the football, but Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't give a fuck. I was really annoyed. I tuned in to the Super Bowl to listen to Usher, and I was really annoyed. Like I saw 15 shots of Taylor Swift before fucking halftime. I was like, I don't want to see this shit. I want to hear Usher. Like, I guarantee you, if they could have shoehorned her into the Super Bowl, they would have.
Oh yeah. I mean, her Super Bowl halftime show is coming. Like it's
in 4 years.
Yeah.
Within 4 years.
Yeah. I think so. I think it's coming. Like it's inevitable, but and the thing is, like, I don't really fuck with her music. I don't hate her though. Like I don't really have a problem.
I don't have a problem.
Yeah, like I have no problem with her as a person. Her music is whatever. Like I don't dislike it so much but it's just not for me. But the saturation of Taylor Swift, especially once she got involved with an NFL player, I'm just tired.
Yeah, and now a lot of people are getting at her because she endorsed
It's
Kamala,
Kamala, yeah.
and she said she had this long post on IG and said, "Oh, I'm voting for Kamala." Signed
Mm.
a childless cat lady.
Yeah.
And now,
Yeah, and they pressured her to do. I mean, really, the whole reason why she even did that, like, I didn't even think she had to write anything because, like, if you endorse somebody, like, if you're saying like, "Oh, I'm voting for this person," like, I don't need you don't have to explain yourself. So, but the whole
not for us.
yeah,
It was more so for the younger.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think she did it for her, her quote unquote conservative fans, whoever they may be, because Trump essentially forced her hand because he was trying to say oh, I've done all these things for you, he somehow built her career or some shit like that, and then pretty much was saying he's pretty much in the media. I don't remember exactly what he said, but a week before she said that she was endorsing Kamala, he said something like, "Oh, she's already endorsed me." Like,
She like
he pretty much said "Oh, she's already endorsed me," and because
me?
yeah, and because he said that, she had to come out and respond because I honestly don't even think she really wanted to come out to say that she was endorsing one person or another, but because he lied and said that she was endorsing him, she then had to come out and say, "Nah, let me set the record straight."
He's very proficient in lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to all those indictments.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, shout out to those counts.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, 100
It was
something
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Shout out to Eric Adams too.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
I told you.
Although-
I told y'all.
Actually,
I told y'all.
Yeah. Actually, you did.
I told y'all.
You absolutely did.
Y'all gonna listen to me, God damn it.
You absolutely did. He was actually, what's it called? He was here a couple years ago, right?
You told me, and I told you.
Yeah.
The crook.
Yeah, he was
Allegedly.
Yeah.
According to the federal government,
Yeah.
he's a crook.
Yeah. He was, I mean, obviously very, very political, or very polished when he came in, but also gave me weird vibes.
He's Rashad Tate,
Mm-hmm.
allegedly.
Yeah, weird vibes. When Terrence Howard be having the slick back hair and giving you those those eyes or whatever, those kind of vibes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I told y'all. He wanted to be nothing more than a bottle boy.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to be flued out.
Mm-hmm.
Keep telling y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Her concert. I actually went.
You could afford. Oh wow, you got Beyonce money. Starting to make me think about all the money you spent on all.
Look,
Don't let John Cash fool you. Now,
at the end of the day gotta end, and I got a life.
He got Beyonce concert money,
and not just any type of seats. I was sitting in the lower bowl.
Oh wow,
because I don't like sitting high up.
Okay,
because if a good wind come along, I don't want to blow. I want to blow out the top of the stadium. If I slip and fall, at least I'll live. But if I fucking fall off the fucking balcony, I'm done.
Mm.
So yeah, and it was very last minute too.
Wow.
Kelly.
Did you go with somebody?
Kelly.
Okay.
Kelly.
You went
Kelly was the morning of. It was so last minute. I did not even wake up that morning saying I was going to see Beyonce. She called and was like, "You want to go see Beyonce?" I said, "I didn't think about it." It was the Saturday show at MetLife, and we looked at the tickets and we were like, "Nah, we won't go." And then around 5:00, the show starts. Meanwhile, at 8. At 5:00, that's when we purchased the ticket.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I told her, Beyonce ain't gonna start before I get there. She ain't there yet. And literally, she started when we got in there. We got to the stadium about 8:30.
Yeah.
Got to our seats. No. She went to use the bathroom. I went to go get food, as always. And then, then we got to our seats. I ate my 2 hot dogs and guzzled down the beer. And she had a Pepsi and a hot dog. Like we finished it, and I promise you, like 5 minutes later, that's when the show started.
I'm surprised you were able to get tickets like that late in the game. Like,
Yeah,
because
it's
everyone
the best time to get tickets.
really
Yeah,
for what's it called? Yeah.
because people that can't go, they put their tickets up,
Mm.
and it's it's more likely to be a lower price than you would have to pay.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to keep that in mind going forward. It's been a while. You can tell it's been a while since I've been to anything.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go to, I don't know, what's the next major concert? I've been to see Usher. I went to that concert a few weeks ago. Yeah, we had really, really good seats. Check out my TikTok at the John Cash Show podcast for
Okay.
the recap
I
video.
like that plug.
Yeah, no, I'm
Gotta-
just saying. Like, I was outside. I was outside. I was trying to, recover
Mhm.
mentally
Yeah.
from everything that was going on.
Yeah.
So I had to.
That's
find,
that's a good way to treat yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it was a very good concert. It was a very good concert.
I've been told. Yeah, I know a couple of people that went because it was you. You said it was 2 nights, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was 2
I
nights.
went to the first night.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say I was like, I know a bunch of people that ended up going. Yeah, but yeah, I've heard it was pretty incredible.
Yeah, it was really good, and it didn't even seem like it was 3 hours or 2 hours and a half,
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
Because she has so much catalog now. Like it's just.
It just flowed.
Mm,
It just flowed. Like flowed.
mm. And if you're gonna charge that much for tickets, like I like it when I see a performer really giving you your money's worth.
Oh yeah. I have no doubts. I've been to 3 Beyonce shows.
Mm,
Yeah, and she gives you your money's worth.
Mm.
She's a very, very good performer.
mm.
I've seen almost every single solitary legendary urban
Perform, yeah. Whatever that means.
artist.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, I've seen almost every. The only one I did not see was 2, Prince and Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I've seen Chris Brown. I've seen Rihanna, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kanye. Can I say the other one?
Oh, the diddler.
Yeah. Did he do it or not? Did he do it or not? What else happened? The rise of Sexy Red.
Oh, is that wow? Is that newsworthy?
I think so, because she ushered in a whole new era of rap where,
What?
in my opinion,
Wow, a
She-
whole new era.
yes, where you could just look unclean and just look sexy
Oh, that
at the same time. Like, no, just like
a week.
like, I'm just saying, like,
Is that what's called? That's the perfect way to describe Sexy Red: unclean and sexy.
yes,
Or at least that's her brand.
she okay. She don't look like the girls that you see on walking down the street with the Chinese slippers and the bonnets
Mm.
and the juicy sweatpants.
Mm. Yeah,
She yeah.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say she ushered in a whole new era, but I'm like, and here's the thing: like, I'm not a fan, but I'm not mad.
I'm not mad either.
Yeah, I'm not mad. People are getting. There's some people that are mad, and I'm just like, you need to calm down. Like, it's not that big a deal.
You need to calm down. It's Taylor Swift. But you said you wasn't a Swiftie.
I don't even know the song you're referencing.
Oh, I do.
I
referenced it.
I don't even know the song you're referencing.
What
But,
about it's 7 p.m. Friday? It's 95 degrees.
See, I don't know any of these songs.
What?
I really don't.
What?
I don't know that song.
A whole Rihanna done dance to it, and you don't know that song?
Don't know it. Don't know it.
You need me in your life. Don't worry, I'm back. I'm back, and I'm back for good. Don't worry. Let's. Damn, you don't know that? I'm stuck on that. Let's end the show because no. Like what? We can't go anywhere else. I gotta show you that song, and then we can move on. I would play it, but copyright.
Yeah.
I wouldn't strikes on my YouTube.
Yeah.
So another thing that happened was Cat Williams,
With the Shannon
the Shannon Sharp
yeah.
interview. Yes. What did you think about the Cat Williams interview.
Wow. Okay. So this is so I'm trying to remember. I don't really remember everything he said, but here's my overall
He
feel.
said a lot.
He
3
said
hours.
he said a lot. I think Cat Williams is brilliant. I think he's smart. But what annoyed me, here's what annoyed me about the Cat Williams interview is, and this is kind of what annoys me about maybe people in general, because it's more of a commentary on the people who are just like, yo, Cat is a truth teller, Cat is this, Cat is that. I do think Cat is a truth teller, and I also believe he's telling a truth from his perspective. I agreed with a lot of the things he had to say, and I don't even remember the things that I disagreed with him about. But the thing that annoys me about the people who are like took every word that he said as gospel is the fact that, like, if you just say something confidently, people are going to take your word as the final word, truth, or whatever. And I'm not calling Cat Williams the things that I disagree with him about as him lying, because I don't think that he was lying. I believe he was telling what he believed to be true. I just thought for some of the things
You
that
call him delusional. That's what you call
no,
him.
I'm not calling him delusional. I'm not calling him delusional because there was a lot. Because like I said, I agreed with most of what he had to say. But I also hate when I see people just like, essentially dick riding when someone who they can tell is, for lack of better words, more intelligent than them.
Wow. We've reached a new level at the John Cash Show. I don't think you've ever used the word dick riding ever.
No, but that's kind of what it felt like to me. It's just like one of those things where it's like, I don't hate the person, I hate the person's fans sometimes, and that's kind of what I was feeling like, because I was just like, he made a lot of good points, and but like there were some things, and granted, like I don't even remember because it was so long. Some of the things I disagreed with, but I was just like, okay, I don't agree with that. That's your perspective though, and I'm not trying to discount your perspective, but I don't agree that like that's the entire final word or the only perspective on a matter. That's all. And for me, it's just like when I hear somebody or when I hear something like that, I like to be fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to be honest, like I was also just really happy for Shannon Sharp that he was able to get that interview.
Not should have been us.
Yeah. Because I think he's had a great platform. I think Club Shay Shay is great. Like, I want that platform to win, because I think he's just one of the hardest working people in media.
Outside of me.
Yeah, outside of you, of course.
Thank you.
Outside of you.
You got to plug here first.
Yeah.
Home got to be happy first. Talking about you want. You acting real oppy.
Yeah.
As the kids say, you acting real oppy.
Yeah.
You acting mad day room.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
I'm sorry. Can we sidebar for a second? The shit the kids are coming up with, it's not clever. It's not cute. It's so stupid. Like, I be hearing, it's real. Like, when the first time I even heard the word op, and I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And they're like,
opposition.
And no, and I heard it, and I was like, yo, that's the corniest shit I ever heard. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry.
I'm standing with the kids.
Yeah. You standing with the kids?
Standing with the kids.
Yeah.
They say I stand on business.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, that's right. I stand on motherfucking business. Don't you fucking forget it.
Yeah. Are you real sturdy right now?
Yes. I'm real sturdy. Sturdy. I'm like, the first time I heard that, I was like, what? Like, sturdy? The fuck is sturdy?
Shits are not clever, man.
They
like,
make me work out, though, the Urban Dictionary. I'll be like, what did they say?
Yeah.
How you spell it?
Yeah.
Type it up. That's what I mean.
Yeah, we old, man. Like, and just
no, nigga, you old.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hip. They say I'm sturdy. They do say I'm sturdy.
Yeah, I bet. I'm sure they do.
Yeah, they say you sturdy, Dean. Like, I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. I don't need their approval. If I get it, it's nice.
No, I want the 18 to 34 demographic.
Yeah.
Like, I want that demographic. That means, advertiser. like, fuck what you mean. Fuck what you heard. I want that. They think you sturdy. The advertisers think you sturdy. Yeah. I don't want that. What the fuck? Anyways. And lastly, one of the hot topics is the upcoming election. And for the first time in history, we have a black, an Indian. I got to make sure I say that before Donald Trump, pops in here and says, She's an Indian too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why that confused him so much.
A black and Indian female as the presidential nominee and is slated to run against the aforementioned, that's another big word, Donald Trump.
I like you trying to impress me now. It's nice.
Yeah. In this year's episode of Survivor AI,
Yeah.
better known as the U.S. election.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to outright ask you, who do you think is going to win and why?
Who do I think is the? It's not the question I thought you were going to ask me.
What do you think?
Who do I think is going
I'm
to?
semi-serious
Yeah.
when I want to be.
Who do I think is going to win? Damn, I'm so pessimistic. I honestly think Trump is going to win. I honestly.
Why?
Let's go. I think Trump is going to win because it's hard to change narratives in this country in terms of like how people view things and how people see things. And I just believe in people's laziness. When I said, like, honestly, I think that's the reason why I'm pessimistic. Because obviously I mean, anybody that's listening to the show knows that I'm not voting for that petulant child. But
You're not Ron DeSantis.
Yeah. But like the other thing is too is like I also look at things I also understand why somebody wouldn't want to vote for Kamala or Democrats or whatever, because like, yeah, like, but I think people are so lazy where they're just like, well, both sides suck, or all politicians suck, or all politics suck. And yeah, that's true. That's true. But like we were talking about this before we started the shows earlier today, like you might not be happy with the status quo, but it can get a whole lot worse. Like you might be loving the status quo. It can get a whole lot worse. And the other thing that also bothers me too is just the fact, and the other reason why I think he's going to win is because a lot of people the people that I think Kamala Harris could potentially pick up as voters, and because like there are people that are not voting for Trump, but they're not going to be voting, period. I think that's the reason why she loses. I feel like the people that she's not going to get enough of those voters because she a lot of people be like, well, I don't like this about her. I'm just like, well, yeah, I don't like that about her either. There's a lot of things I don't like about her. There's a lot of things that I don't like about most politicians. But at the end of the day, like I want an adult in the room, but there's far too many people that are just like, well, if it's this one or two issues that I have with her, I'm not fucking with her. And a lot of people are like that. And I'm just like, well, if it's these one or two issues, I'm like, you're living in a dream world where you're going to have some magic candidate that you're going to agree with everything about them that they stand on, or agree with everything in their past that they've done. That person doesn't fucking exist. Like grow up. Like legitimately grow the fuck up.
Exactly.
But me saying that, I know that, yeah, a lot of people are just going to sit it out. And I think that's the reason why I think he's going to win.
Okay. So I think that
I'd love to be wrong, though. I want to be wrong.
I think since there's a lot of early voting, I'm going to go with Kamala because I think that would benefit her the most. Because that could galvanize the voting base, and things of that nature. Like at the end of the day, we've already experienced the Trump era. We already experienced it, and we're still having some of the after effects from the Trump era.
Yeah.
I believe that's why COVID got so out of control, because he dismantled the infectious disease department.
Yeah.
So yeah, next time you think about, a family member or a friend that passed away from COVID, chances are it's Trump's fault, because he dismantled the budget for them to actually treat the pandemic, because he came in right after Obama. If I remember correctly, this is what has been said. After Obama left office, he dismantled pretty much anything that Obama put in place.
Yeah, he was trying to, at least. If he didn't, he tried.
Yeah. So I hope that Kamala wins, just because I get nervous whenever he is on one of those tangents.
Yeah. I mean, also, like, you know me. You know me. I'm a political nerd. Like, I actually watch rallies. I watch. I'll be the fool that be watching it. I watch C-SPAN.
You got time to watch that shit, but you don't got time to listen to Glorilla?
Yeah. Oh, I listen to Glorilla a little bit, just a little.
Then how the fuck don't you know it's 7 p.m. Friday?
I don't know. I just don't know.
It's 95 degrees.
I don't know.
I ain't got no nigga, and no nigga ain't got me. Anyway.
all I'm gonna say on it is, like, yeah, I don't think she's gonna win, but I would love to be pleasantly surprised. And I also think a lot of, not even just black men, but like a lot of people in general, like, have it wrong in the sense where they're like, oh, because like they'll be like, oh, well, the economy was so much better. I'm just like, the thing that people really don't understand is, like, the president doesn't have that much control over the economy as you think, and the little bit of control and the amount of control that they do have, the effects of it typically aren't really felt until their term ends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people don't understand, like, oh, if you're going to build an infrastructure bill, you see how long it takes to build a road in New York City or anywhere. They'll be building that road or that new train station or that elevator for 5, 6, 7 years. And when it's there, it's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
But people act like people don't understand that a lot of the things that the politicians try to fix, and I'm going to put "try" in quotation marks as if they actually care about us the way we would like them to.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that stuff doesn't get felt until later. Like, a lot of it's not immediate things. But the truth of the matter is, if you never have somebody that's going to have that sort of long-term view on things, and is willing to at least get the shit started
Mm-hmm.
to try to fix a few things, then it's never going to happen.
Well, we shall find out. Well, hopefully, because remember that fiasco in 2000 where we didn't know who the fuck was the president for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Yes. So hopefully,
honestly, it might be like that this time around. Because
don't jinx us, damn it! I want to go to bed. I want to go to bed early.
I'm just saying, like, it's not gonna be. We're not gonna know the answer. Like, it's same thing with 2020. Like, we didn't know the answer when we went to bed on election night,
but
like,
we did by the end of the week.
Yeah.
I don't want a 2-month thing. I can't. My heart can't handle it. I'm too old now. I'm older.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be at least. It'll be at least 2 weeks because it's such a tight race. So we'll see.
Maybe Saturday.
Yeah.
At 11:30 a.m. like the last one. Hopefully, while I'm in Target.
Is that where you were when you found out?
Yeah, and my niece, shout out to Taylor. She was like, "Uncle Jay, Joe Biden won." I was like, "Oh,
yeah." That's about as excited as you could get. It's not even happiness. It's just relief.
Yeah, like, whew, yeah. Oh. And then I wound up going to McCarran Park and hosting a Trump is over like little impromptu party with my friend who's a DJ and stuff. And I was loud ass self doing dances, getting numbers. Anyway, little do we know what.
Yeah, I was going to say, little did we know he still wanted to run again. He was still going to run again.
Well, he said this is it if you don't win.
Yeah, I mean, if
knock on wood.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So that is it. We've recapped. I don't really want to talk about the other situation, the other gorilla in the room. I kind of want to wait until that's. I feel like more stuff is about to come out, so I want to make sure we tackle it all.
There's nothing wrong with waiting.
Yeah. Where the fuck is he gonna go? He got all the time in the world till May 5th to sit around. And if you know the date, what I'm referring to, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So we get to wait. We can talk.
Yeah.
We get more stuff and more information comes out.
Yeah.
You know, 12,000 calls to the sex abuse hotline in Texas, I think, from the lawyer.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That whole story is crazy.
They about to put Justin Bieber on a suicide watch,
It's the
supposedly.
whole thing is crazy.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
This is-
Allegedly, but yeah.
The craziest part was 1,000 pounds of baby oil.
Yeah, that's the
why
part
I can't
that-
find shit in
Yeah,
Target when I'm looking for it.
That's one of the nastiest things I've ever heard.
Nah, I wouldn't say it's nasty now. You're
No,
very
no.
judgmental.
No.
I'm very liberal. That's not
No,
nasty.
not nasty in that way. Just nasty that you had to hoard it from the rest of us.
Oh, okay. It's diabolical.
Yeah, like that's what I mean.
I was going to say, wait a minute, I feel judged. Let me put the baby oil back in my book bag. So, programming note, we will return on November 11th, 2024, to discuss, hopefully, the aftermath of the election, the topics you love, and many, many more at the John Cash Show podcast. So, with that being said, stay away from negative people because more than likely they have negative bank accounts. On behalf of Josh Fauci and myself, we out this motherfucker.
Let's go, New York! John Cash. Yo, listen to John Cash.